You'd think a bowl game victory would be simple, right? Just pure celebration. But for Utah football, their recent win out in Vegas was, well, it was anything but. It was the start of a whole new era, the super dramatic end of another, and just this perfect storm of hope and anxiety. So let's get into it. This is the story of a wish and the curse that came right along with it.
You know, the boss, Bruce Springsteen, he once sang, "With every wish comes a curse." And man, that line, it just hits different for the Utah Utes right now. They got exactly what they wished for, a massive statement win. But as we're about to find out, that very success might have just unleashed a curse that was impossible to avoid. Okay, so let's start with the good part. The wish, that incredible moment of pure joy for the Utes and every single one of their fans. And it all went down at the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. I mean, look at that score, 44-22. This wasn't just a win, people. This was a beatdown, a total domination. The Utes didn't just edge out the Cornhuskers, they made them look, and yeah, this is a quote, silly. This was the wish coming true in the biggest, loudest way possible.
And you gotta get the backstory on this, because it's huge. This wasn't just any old game. This was game number 1 for the new head coach, Morgan Scalley. I mean, talk about pressure, right? And what does he do? He doesn't just squeak by. He leads his team to an absolute blowout. What a debut.
But to really get why this win meant so much, we gotta hit rewind. Because the week leading up to this game, it was just total chaos. It was defined by the sudden, shocking end of an entire era. And here it is, the bombshell that dropped on everyone. The legendary coach Kyle Whittingham, a guy who for so many people was Utah football, suddenly announces he's leaving for Michigan. The move just sent these massive shockwaves through the whole program, leaving fans and players completely blindsided, wondering what in the world happens now. And this is where it gets kind of wild. Check this out. On the very same day, December 31st, 2025, you've got this wild split-screen moment playing out. Down in Orlando, Whittingham is on the sidelines watching his new team, Michigan, lose their bowl game. At the exact same time, over in Vegas, Scalley is leading Utah to that huge win. It's like the past and the future of Utah football were happening side by side, in real time. Just incredible. So, with all that drama swirling around them, all that uncertainty, how did the players respond? Well, they went out there and just put on a show, an absolute clinic. And it was all led by one guy who decided to have the game of his life. Just take a look at these numbers from quarterback Devon Dampier. I mean, come on. 310 yards passing, another 148 on the ground, 2 touchdowns through the air, 3 more with his legs. That's 5 touchdowns he was responsible for. 5. He basically was the entire offense. It was just a legendary performance.
And after the game, you could just hear the emotion in Dampier's voice. He said, "A big shout out to Coach Scalley. We were ready to play our hearts out for him to get his first win." You hear that? That's not just athlete speak. That's real. This was about way more than just a football game. It was about rallying for their new guy in the middle of all that chaos.
But look, as incredible as Dampier was, he didn't do it alone, not by a long shot. The ground game was churning out yards all day, 225 total. You had the tight ends, Buchanan and Bentley, just going off. 10 catches, over 180 yards, and 2 scores between them. And the defense, after maybe a bit of a shaky start, they completely shut things down in the second half. A true team win.
So, there you have it. The wish. A massive, feel-good win, a new coach starting his career off perfectly, and a star quarterback looking like the future. But remember what the boss said? With every wish comes a curse. And now, it's time to talk about that curse, the threat that was always going to come with this kind of success. And this is where that pit in your stomach starts to form if you're a Utah fan. The one question on everyone's mind is, who's next? With Coach Whittingham setting up shop at Michigan, who from this awesome Utah team is he going to try and poach? And the way this curse plays out in modern college football, it's called the transfer portal. It lets players pack up and move to another school. And yep, the first domino has already fallen. A star defensive end, John Henry Daley, has hit the portal, and I mean, come on, we all know where he's probably headed, right? It's not a huge mystery. And that's the cruel irony of it all, isn't it? The very success you just celebrated is what makes everyone a target. Offensive coordinator Jason Beck called a masterpiece of a game. Devon Dampier played like a Heisman candidate. By playing so incredibly well, they basically just painted giant bullseyes on their own backs, making them the top targets for a big program like Michigan. So where does that leave the Utes? They're standing at this weird crossroads, right? A huge triumph, but also a really, really uncertain dawn. Let's take a look at what could be next.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Not at all. There are some serious reasons for hope here. First off, Morgan Scalley. The guy's known as a super smart coach and a killer recruiter. His first interviews have been calm, cool, and collected. And on top of that, there's a real feeling that the program might finally get the kind of financial support it needs to compete and keep its best guys right there in Utah.
Which leaves us right here with this one big final question. So what was this game? Was it a beautiful last dance for a team that's about to be torn apart? Or was it the first loud, defiant hello from a program that's just getting started under its new leader? We're all about to find out.